Sibylla shall endeavored. Red Prince, at last we meet, or rather, meet with your awareness of my presence. How often I've stood by you but an arm's length away, a shadow within the shadows, untouchable. Almost like meeting an old friend.
His eyes are black holes in a black-skinned sky. He bows with the deference of a noble among nobles, swinging ever so playfully between sincerity and sarcasm.
I suppose I should start with an apology for the attempts on your life. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot, wouldn't you say?
Failed attempts, remember? Hardly made me break a sweat, those lackeys of yours.
To my astonishment, and, I admit, my admiration. You may find this hard to believe, but given different circumstances, I would have been quite content to let you live. Let you play the Emperor from your golden throne in your golden city. Alas, certain events beyond even my control were set in motion. Ripples became waves. I had to act. And so I arranged for you to meet with an unfortunate self-inflicted end. It's almost a pity we find ourselves on such opposite sides, all because of who you are, and all because of who she is. It was Sadha who set events in motion, Red Prince. If you were the ripple, she was the wave. She's a tidal wave that will take wing, become a murder of dragons, red as the setting sun, that will alight every corner of this world with the terrible splendor of fire.
And I, their proud father.
But don't you see, you who wants to be emperor, that you're enacting the downfall of our race? The simple truth of the matter is that yes, we lizards were dragons once. The mightiest creatures to rule sky, earth, and sea. But such was the jealousy of our power that all other races united against us and brought us to the brink of extinction. No one knows what happened next. Was it wizardry? Was it Zol Stissa who took mercy on us even then? Suddenly we were dragons no more. Lizards instead. And as lizards we flourished and built an empire once more. But the House of Dreams trades in prophecy. They've always known we could be dragons again. For one day a man and a woman will be born, and their skin will be red, and the fruit of their union will be great red dragons.
A day that will come to pass.
Curse your obstinance. Listen to me. I am the House of Shadows. This is my role. I see the great games in motion. Allow them their flux when they advance for good. Cut them short when they advance for evil. Even if that means doing evil. The renaissance of dragons would spell the end of our race, plain and simple. To that end, I needed you to die, but you proved to be all too worthy an opponent. An opponent, I would now see an ally. Ally with me, Red Prince. Find Sadha and kill her. If she births dragons, all other races will unite against us, and this time they will destroy us for good. We were spared last time. The condition of our continued existence was that we'd never let the dragon roar again.
They look each other in the eyes, like two chess players contemplating their next move.
I will be the judge of that. Now then, I'm the Red Prince. Your role in this story is over. I am its sole protagonist. Sadha may indeed be dangerous. I may decide she must die. I may not. but it will be my decision. You're out of options, Master of Shadows. Tell me where she is.
The Shadow Prince stands checkmated, and he knows it.
I truly have no choice, have I? Very well. I must put the fate of all lizards in your hands. But beware. Sadha is ultimately dangerous. Not only will she be the mother of dragons, I fear she's fallen in with an old enemy. Them.
He points to the fallen black ring.
If I'm correct, and Sadha's heart has been darkened by the ring, you may be able to find her through their scrying magic. There's a thing on this island known as the Sallow Man. He is a master of mirrors. Mirrors like his will read your mind and show you what you desire, if you manage to elude or eliminate him. A word of warning, though. He is like a shred of nightmare ripped from the dream realm, set loose in reality. Do not underestimate this creature. Be careful, and become the savior of all lizards, Red Prince. Become the true emperor of your people.
I will be Emperor, yes. Of lizards or dragons, that remains to be seen.
Endeavored. My word, a god woken. I'm almost honored. There are precious few things in this world that elude me, but divinity is very much one of them. I am a man with no name. They call me the Shadow Prince, but that is rather dramatic and, in fact, rather incorrect. For what I truly am is the House of Shadows itself. That is my role and my purpose. I see the great games in motion, allow them their flux when they advance for good, cut them short when they advance for evil. Even if that means doing evil. As such, I am here to cut short a very ancient evil indeed, and would welcome the aid of one as formidable as your divine self. You're too kind. One would prefer a more idyllic setting than this, but let me regale you with a story. Once upon a time, the race of lizards was so much more than what we are now. We were dragons once. Great red dragons. No one remembers this, but the elves are our guild. As dragons, we almost wiped them from the face of the earth. We were stopped, and we were punished. I know not how, but someone took away the fire that made us dragons. Wings clipped, we became lizards. But there was a reason our dragon ancestors wanted to destroy the elves. For they too had a plot for world domination, at the expense of all other races. And while we were punished, the remaining elves were spared. The elven scions are the key. After their deaths, the powers and souls of scions linger on in the vast and ever-growing network that connects all of the ancestor trees. We discovered that once the network will be large enough, dryads will sprout from these roots, equipped with the memories, experience, and enormous powers of generations of elves. A vast, invincible army that will obliterate everything in their path. It will be the end of all other races. I've been trying to stop them for years. Now I'm close to ending it all, for good. Will you help me?
He hands you a wooden box, its surface dull to the touch. A vague sickness overwhelms you. There's death fog inside.
The heart of the vile elven network is the Mother Tree. She is rooted on this island, and I believe she is aiming to extend her roots into the powers of divinity that lie here. The powers you seek. Place this box at the heart of the Mother Tree and return to me when you've done so. I'll take care of the rest. Best of luck, Godwoken.
Yes?
The prince narrows his eyes at you, each one glittering in the light.
So the House of Shadows thinks Sadher a threat. Their Shadow Prince wants me to kill her because she will be the mother of dragons. Fire, destruction, the end of the world. What do you think? Only one way to find out, as far as I'm concerned. Let them be born.
How resolved he looks. How royal his bearing.
Or did you think I'd be swayed by that shadow mongrel? His kind, it is all cowardice. They who are scared of what might happen do well to be afraid of what will happen, for they only strengthen the resolve of those they oppose. As for the world's reaction, I will deduce, I will instruct. And so it does not matter how the world reacts. Each eventuality ends with my victory. Pray speak. Surely it's obvious. Ascension awaits. Once we manage to gain access to the actual Well of Ascension.
Sabil. Find the mother. Curse her very heart. Find the mother. Curse her very heart.
Good find. Magisters. Not what they signed up for, I bet. Statues coming to life?
With great armored fists, the Knight of Duna pounds his own helmet rhythmically. The helmet has buckled inwards in places.
Come, hear my joke. What is it that I guard? Well-being? Ha! You'd be the same if you saw what he showed me.
He leans forward. Glimpsed beneath the crumpled helmet is a mangled face and crazed, unblinking eyes.
It's all a joke. There's nothing to guard, only lies. You'll see for yourself once you're dead. Enough words! Shew me your steel.
Carved onto the face of the altar is a dedication in honor of Duna, patron of the dwarves. Long may their mountain halls stand as a testament to him. Hard stone melts into cool water at your touch. Before you stretches a lake, or rather, a mire. The waters are fetid and rotten, the air filled with choking miasma. Through the dense fog, you hear a voice.
Duna, god of dwarves, gasps, "Please, cleanse this place. Let me breathe."
You feel a tug as the god is reflected back in the now crystalline waters of the lake. High above your reflection, the full moon stands vigil. You step back from the altar, the vision fading before you. As you leave, you notice a lunar rune has appeared, carved into the rock. The knight's spirit is altogether more composed than his late corporeal form. His helmet rests in the crook of his arm, revealing an august, dwarven face, creased with worry.
A godwoken? I thank you. Death was the only remedy for what was done to me. But these fiends resurrect those they have use of. Please, consume my spirit. I don't want to come back. I don't want to be their slave. There's little I can do to help you. It's the altars that have that power. Bow to the altar of Duna, and to those of the others also. If you are worthy, they will show you the way. I was not worthy. I failed the gods twice over now. All I deserve is nothingness. I was not worthy. I betrayed my own nature. I made a pact with a demon, so I would triumph over all others in the council. But the gods saw through my rules, and I was rejected. I begged them to let me serve here on the island to pay penance. They should have cast me into the sea instead. The Sallow Man proved I am still weak at heart. The Black Ring came and sacked the temple. The one that leads them, the Sallow Man. He cursed me. A curse of madness and terrible visions.
The spirit averts his gaze with a shiver.
I will not say it. It would be blasphemy to even utter the words. The Sallow Man is a trickster, a deviant. They must have been lies that he concocted. They must be!
The spirit offers a stoic nod, accepting his fate.
Thank you. Look to the altars for guidance.
I've spotted something. I don't have the right tool for digging.
The ancient temple of Zol crowns the cliff. Loathsome place. A fragment of memory. Followers of the false goddess betrayed you here. You preached the Devourer's blessings. He would bring them to greatness. Searing pain. A stone hits your shoulder. A sharp crack. Another glances off your skull. Your world turns red.
Ah, the fanatical soul. Hunted by Zolstice's followers, he fled back to the Outlaw Empress with the Devourer's words on his lips. The Empress was the Devourer's first champion. She laid the path for those who would follow. You...
Huge, invisible claws seize your throat. Just as you expect your neck to snap, a book materializes in your hands.
A gift of forbidden knowledge for my champion. A mere trinket compared to what I will give you. Your duty on this island is done. 2 pieces of the armor remain in the greatest city ever built by mortals. One lies in the Lizard's Enclave. The other in the hands of a man named Ken.
The massive presence fades, but you aren't alone. A cold aura lingers nearby as the last ashes fall. lizard spirit bows deep before you. His torn garb resembles that of a priest.
May the Devourer bless your endeavors, champion. What purpose would that serve? We are bound to this armor in the Devourer's name. As you eat our souls one by one, the dragon's magnificence will be unleashed. We will be unified in flesh and steel. For years I was foolish. I served Zol Stissa, but she was a silent deceiver. Until I met the Outlaw Empress, I was lost. The Empress saw I was truly faithful, but preaching a false prophet. She led me to the Devourer, to the endless voice of the dragon. The Devourer is true divinity. He always listens, always guides, and I was his chosen preacher, a voice to the masses.
The Devourer doomed us, and the Empress reveled in cruelty.
Harsh task, mistress, if there ever was one. I should never have taken her gold.
Silence! The Outlaw Empress was the Devourer's first chosen, and you shall not defile her memory. Yet the enemies of the Devourer are many. When I spoke the truth, we were forced into hiding, awaiting his rebirth.